I almost sold my house to become a photographer. Now check this out. In 2006, so almost 20 years ago, I was so passionate about photography, so passionate. I started getting okay and pretty good with photography, and I just wanted to quit my job. I was making great money. I was a VP for sales for my brother, and I was making great money with him. Amazing company that my brother created, but I wanted to be an artist. And so I went to see my brother and I said, "Hey, Vincent, I want to become an artist. I need your help." He says, "You know what? Stay with me a couple of more years. I'm going to sell the company, and I'm going to give you about $150,000 to $200,000. That should give you enough buffer to become a photographer." So I worked really hard for him for a couple of more years, from 2006 to 2008. And I know he tried to sell the company, but then it didn't work. Anyways, I was very upset because I was really counting, and it was not his fault. He ended up actually never selling the company for another 20 years, and good for him because he got a lot of money for it. My brother is a genius. But what I did is I told my wife, okay, I'm so much desperate. Let's put our house for sale. So in May 2008, we decided to sell a house in Paris. And what was crazy is that my wife wanted to repaint the house. So she repainted the house, but we put it up on the market in September of 2008. And what happened in September 2008 was the biggest real estate crash of all time. I ended up not being able to sell the house for about 8 months because it was a subprime and it was just the biggest real estate crash. It was a beautiful house, which I actually still own today, thank God. But what I did is I was so desperate. I felt completely trapped. I have 4 children. They were all teenagers, big mortgage. I needed some money to transfer to become a photographer. And I felt trapped. I couldn't sell my house. I couldn't sell my share of my company. I was going to do this until I was 70 years old. And then a friend of mine gave me like a super pep talk. And I was walking down the stairs and I had this crazy idea. I work in the hotel business. I know a lot of wealthy people. What if I just sell them my photography? Because I've had by then a big collection of Paris photos. Anyway, long story short, in 4 days, I sold $175,000 of photography to 4 hotels in Paris. That was the exact amount I was trying to sell from my house. I mean, I don't want to get religious here, but it's crazy. And that is the money. In 3 weeks, I resigned from my job and I became a photographer, and I never look back. I now travel the world to take photos, and I love it. Share the beauty of this world is really the best.